15 reasons to buy the Menards Tide Factory, and 2 reasons not to, on this episode of Toy Train Tips and Tricks. Hello again, this is Mike with Toy Train Tips and Tricks, and today we have the Menards Tide Factory, and rather than just do the regular same old unboxing and review video, we're going to do things a little bit differently this time, and so here we are with 15 reasons to buy the Tide Factory, and 2 reasons not to. You decide which is more important. And so, here we go. Reason number 1, it's Jack the German Shepherd. Good boy. You have to love a building that has its own guard dog. Number 2, 4 O-scale figures complete with hard hats and safety harnesses. Safety first. Reason number 3, O-scale proportions, even though there's a great deal of selective compression going on to get the building to fit on a layout. Number 4, a collection of cool signs and graphics. Number 5, pre-installed grass. Number 6, optional removable panel so that trains can run through the building, or you can run your siding through the building. Reason number 7, simplified wiring with Menards plug-and-play system with 2 handy electrical jacks, one located here and one located under the building here. Number 8, the Tide Factory is impressively tall, much taller than many other structures intended for 3-rail operation. This provides more of a vertical element to what are typically more 2-dimensional 3-rail layouts. Reason number 9, despite its height, the footprint of the building is actually rather modest, especially when taking out the optional cutaway section and running tracks through the building. This makes it usable on even smaller 3-rail layouts. Number 10, a strip of LED lights light up your access walkway. Number 11, 2 red beacons flash on top of the building. Number 12, not 1, but 2 animated tide signs add to the charm of this building. Number 13, just as the building is very versatile as far as footprint, it is also versatile as far as what kind of loads you can use for this Tide Factory. Working not far from an actual Procter & Gamble facility, I can tell you that in real life, the most common car that you would see would be the generic black tank car, like the UTLX car that Menards cataloged recently and that you see coming out of the building here. Or on the more whimsical side, you can use the Tide tank car that Menards issued recently, or really any generic tank car works. It would also be logical to see the occasional covered hopper coming into the factory, delivering dry chemicals as well. Also, not out of the realm of possibility would be boxcars, of course, taking the finished product out to grocery stores around the nation. Number 14. All of these elements, when taken together, make this Menards Tide Factory not only a great visual centerpiece of the layout, but a piece of the layout operation as well. And last, number 15, perhaps the most important reason of all, hey, all the cool kids are doing it, so you should too. Reason number 1 to not buy the Tide Factory. Like most of Menards' large structures, the majority of the construction is press board, just like the power plant. This is press board with basically printed paper over it. The same for these railings. These are wood. These cross beams, these are wood. This is press board. There is plastic. The tanks are plastic as well as these upper handrails. But when I say plastic, don't think about Lionel post-war hopper car plastic. Think more like a little bit stronger than red Solo Cup plastic. This is also quite fragile as well. And the other reason not to buy the Tide Factory, if your layout is in a high humidity, high heat area, such as the South, such as the Midwest in summer, if you're in a garage or an attic someplace that does not have climate control for your layout room, I would be very wary of using this press board because the humidity can cause warping, can cause things to peel off, and generally lead to some bad things. And so here it is, the Tide Factory from Menards. It may be a good fit on your layout, or maybe you might pass on this one. In either case, now you know. And so once again, I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And if so, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment about your experience with Menards buildings. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, and until next time, keep the trains running, and we'll catch you again on Toy Train Tips and Tricks.